Welcome along to the second game of the 6th day of competition at FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2017. Next up, we continue the playoffs for 9th place. The Central African Republic still searching for their first win of the competition and facing off against the Democratic Republic of Congo, who finished the group stage at 1-4. Myself, Tim Long, alongside former GB Women's head coach Roy Birch, ready to guide you through this one. And Roy, we've just seen a first win of the competition for Guinea. Any chance for the Central African Republic?
Well, in 9 to 12 games, obviously games that none of the 4 teams wanted to be involved in, but if we can get a game in this second game of this series, anything like the first game, then the spectators will be richly entertained indeed. No one saw that one coming, least of all Tunisia. That game was won and lost on a few mistakes, sadly for, well, both teams really. The mistakes weren't all of their own making. Let's hope we don't get any problems technical-wise in this game, because it should be very, very exciting indeed.
It seems to be that the power has been sorted out now after a couple of power cuts in that first game. And as we see the Democratic Republic of Congo roster, key players for them, the number 9, Natasha Mambengie Teba, the number 12, Miriel Muzunga Nyota, and the number 14, Bernadette Goyisa, as well as right down the bottom there, Makongo Mediri, have all impressed. And I think it's safe to say, Roy, that DR Congo are a team that have grown through this tournament a bit.
Oh, they certainly have. They could have been in the mix for the quarterfinals had they not succumbed to a 10-0 run against Senegal. They lost that by 7. They were leading by 3 late on in the game, and they will look back at that particular situation and think, why do we do that? Why do we call a timeout at that time? Because they let Senegal back into the game. The other situation here is that DR Congo know very, very well that the Central African Republic rely an awful lot on their star player, Abeti Kossi. Just don't know how much pressure she's going to come under. Look for the number 8. She seems to draw fouls like a magnet.
Averaging around a double-double and around 25 points per game. Playing almost all of their minutes. The number 8 you see at the centre of that starting 5 there at power forward. They are heavily reliant on her. Here we go then. This is essentially a semi-final in a mini-tournament to decide who finishes 9th. The winners of this will play Guinea for 9th place tomorrow. The losers will play Tunisia for 11th. And it's DR Congo with the first score. Ayeni, they just backed off her, and she made them pay.
Well, DR Congo hadn't got their defensive assignment sorted out there.
Katila Makiesa. Left-hand dribble drive, switch onto the right, miss. Goyisa the rebound. And a foul. Goyisa there, a former WNBA star. The numbers don't look massively impressive from this tournament, but when she's on the floor, she does create problems.
Another player who made a slow start to the tournament, but she's grown throughout. And she can certainly shoot foul shots.
Ayeni. Kito Yagba making herself available. Contested shot, nowhere near.
Well, again, another situation, players looking around in amazement or even disbelief. And again, the referee's very insistent on shirts being tucked in, even if they're hanging out by the odd millimetre. Oh, and someone's got to go out. Oh, my word, it's
Kossi
to sort her shirt out, is that? No, she's got blood. Well, that's a legitimate reason to leave the court. Quick search of the first aid kit for an elastoplast, I suspect.
Her team have the ball as they look to attack from the far side. It's way over the top, actually hit the shot clock. And now DR Congo will try and take advantage of playing without Kossi on the floor.
Well, the other day we saw Senegal suffer injury-wise when Astou Traoré had to leave the court with a head injury, and they didn't really recover from that. I didn't want to have far Central African Republic go on in this game without their star player. One guiding light, really. Well, they're doing well at the moment with Alpha.
Kikito Yagba able to score.
No surprise, the Central African Republic sitting back in that zone.
Pass through the legs of Fatila Makiesa and out of bounds for a turnover.
Last here back in the mid-70s, the Central African Republic, here in the major African tournament anyway.
Benguiteba. Foul called. Would be a huge win for the Central Africans if they could repeat the heroics of Guinea in the first game we saw on this court. We saw the celebrations from Guinea beating Tunisia, a huge upset. Tunisia, though, really did lack motivation until the end of that game, having narrowly missed out on the quarterfinals. Three-point shot wide of the basket from Kikito Yagba. And Benguiteba into Ngisa, and she puts it in with the foul.
Yeah, DR Congo should make hay, really, because Central African Republic are having real problems on that bench, finding something to stop flow of blood. I think it's the arm of Betty Kossi.
Bernadette Guissa at the stripe completes the three-point play, and the DR Congo lead by 2, 7-5. Yamalet. Kaleni. To attack from the far side with Kikito Yagba. Kaleni steps in for the long two. Used to the rebound. They've got a free player down the floor here in the form of Nyoka. Trail arriving and the composure in the paint.
Excellent end to the fast break there, and Kossi is about to reappear. She's sitting on the subs chair.
Three-point shot, long by Kaleni.
Now, if the DR Congo can make or keep the clock running now for 3 or 4 minutes, that'll help them.
Good look from mid-range, missed by Makongo Madiri. She's been one of their key scorers at this tournament, the number 15. Kaleni. Underside of the basket, grabbed by Gegbalet.
Oh, there was a player wide open. Nobody looked. There she is now.
They get there in the end as Nyoka puts it in.
And at last, the whistle should go, and Cav still wanting to make that sub. Here she comes at last.
Nyoka was saying it should have gone the other way there, saying there was a tip on it from one of the Central African players. The officials don't agree. It's not Kossi who's come back in.
No, that amazed me. I was trying to look for the number 8 and she's not there.
Nina Kuma, the number 5. Guissa fouled, and she'll go back to the line where she's been perfect so far. Kossi's just got up on the bench at the moment and gone across to speak to somebody. They're all looking down, maybe ruffling through a first aid kit.
Well, there's a timeout. We might get an update here, actually, if we can get a voice on the Central African Republic timeout.
Il faut juste et rester sur les lignes de passe. Tout simplement, elle joue brouillon et toutes sont au-dessus de la ligne de 6,75 m. On ne doit pas le suivre là-bas. Réajuster juste votre position défensive, c'est tout. Et la communication, dès qu'il y a des traversées là-bas, le coupe, ça switch et tout. C'est tout pas ouvert. On ferme ça. Let's go.
A little doubt about Tunisia's motivation in the last game, although in this one quite clear that both benches want to win.
The two irate. Okay, they're motivated, the coaches, but one coach has more reason to be upset than the other, trailing by 6. And still, the Central African Republic can't get their star player involved. Oh, they do now.
Kossi coming back into the fray. Kiisa back at the line and adding to that advantage for the Democratic Republic of Congo. She could make it an 8-point lead with this one, and she does. 5-13 the score. Kumba. Kossi trying to get free. Handoff faked as it goes on to Kikito Yagba and then Yene. They've not got Kossi a touch of the ball yet. It's coming back in. And they've turned it over.
That's superb defense as a team and as an individual. Nyoka, number 8 of DR Congo, is denying Kossi even a look at the ball, let alone a touch of it.
Mambengi Ateba out to Nyoka. Mambengi Ateba again. Thought about the 3. Guyisa, oh, that's a hard fall.
Well, we heard that down in downtown Bamako.
Look at this impact. Poof. Here's Kossi. Can't get the bounce.
And Unges Koyesa is still clutching her jaw. She did hit the floor with quite some impact.
Chin first by the looks of it. Yene getting underneath the backboard and drawing
out of bounds.
Some contact, but she stepped on the line.
Unges is still holding her jaw rather tenderly.
Tilema Kiesa. Kiesa calling for it. The outside shot off the mark, but the piece is picked up underneath by Tilema Kiesa. The lead grows to 10 for the first time.
And Kossi getting very, very annoyed with the close attention that Nyoka is paying her. So be careful not to get an off-the-ball offensive foul. That's more like it.
Outside shot, Kikito Yagba. Because Kossi just couldn't get free of her opposite number. He's harassing her all over the court. Gap close to 7. Final 4 minutes of the first quarter.
Is this another referee timeout? I think it is.
Timeout with 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the first. The Democratic Republic of Congo leading 15-8.
Well, I think the referee called a timeout there because she noticed that a point hadn't gone up on the scoreboard. That's the only explanation I can offer. She walked across to the table to make a point, I think. somewhat calm has ascended on the DR Congo timeout now. Papa Kayonde.
Et maintenant, moi, Gabriela, on continue le saut. T'as laissé au couple gagner. Qui n'ont pas là, et puis comme ça, avec Jamagé. T'as laissé passer à Yamagé.
Likewise, the Central African Republic.
Passez le ça, il mouvement. Après, le Kiri Yamagé. À la Zaou, c'est là.
Ou une ligne de fond, tu te montes. Tu te fais prendre.
Encore, la montée là.
Comment
la montée.
C'est pour casser ou c'est pour passer?
Hein? Allez, ça là, encore
piston.
Allez, ça piston. Encore montée.
We return off the back of the timeout with DR Congo up by 7, 15 to 8. 4 minutes and 12 remaining in the quarter. And the Central Africans in a bit of foul trouble as well. They've picked up 4, so any foul from their defence from this moment on will send DR Congo to the stripe. Mambengia Teba. Congo Madiri out to the perimeter, fired in towards Guyisa, who uses a big frame to swivel basket side and finish.
But at least the Central African Republic are mixing it up now on defence. I think there was a semblance of a man-to-man the last time they were on defence.
Kumba turns into a double team and it's wrestled off by Muzungo Nyota.
And there's no indication from the table as to whose possession it is, so the referee's having to use memory as an indication, I think.
Kikito Yagba into Gigbalet, denied. Congo Madiri. She's got support arriving on the far side. And Congo Madiri trying to grab the offensive rebound but can't. Kossi up against Makongo Madiri, getting contact.
She's a pass master at drawing the foul. Made sure the referee knew she was shooting. There is an occasional example of star player license from her.
Betty Kossi still waiting for her first point, almost 7 minutes in, averaging around 25. Gets it, and she's up and running, at least from the foul line. Pressure on the ball handler from Kumba. An 8-point game, 3 minutes and change remaining in the first. Mambengia Teba to inbound. Here she is again, fires a difficult pass in towards Makongo Madiri. Kossi going through the gears, going through the gap, but not going through the hoop. Again, it's another quick entry pass that doesn't come up to anything for DR Congo. It's going to be a long two if it goes, it doesn't. That one will work. Third time lucky, Makongo Madiri puts it in.
Well, 4 long passes in a row, and the fourth one eventually results in a score.
High catch for Kikito Yagba on this near sideline. Now Kossi. Final 2 minutes of the quarter coming up. Kossi takes on the long two with a hand in her face, short. Again, they go into the low post towards Muzunga Nyota. It's tipped away this time.
DR Congo going through their the offense that the coach had mapped out there, but a little impatient. The pass was never on.
Long
shot
two.
Certainly was.
Good for Futila Makiesa. The lead is up to 12 points. Kossi, right down the throat of the defence, misses though. Still waiting for her first field goal, and again they try and fire it into the low post and turn it over.
Distinct lack of patience from the DR Congo. Good old-fashioned saying in basketball is offense depends upon defense. But first of all, you've got to know what the defense is. DR Congo not giving themselves a chance to even take a look.
Gegbelet inside, trying to squeeze one around the corner to Kossi, but failing to do so. Now a chance to run the floor for DR Congo. Two won't go, they'll battle for the board, and it's grabbed by Gegbelet. Into the final minute of the first. Long two-pointer off the mark for Gegbelet. Quick release down the floor, nowhere near finding the receiver. Kossi almost lost it.
Definitely star player treatment there. Very suspicious dribble. Got away with it. All credit is Kossi though. She tries to keep her teammates involved.
By Kossi. Final 30 seconds. Final 3 seconds of the shot clock. Covered on the offensive glass by Mbai. Kossi. 5 to shoot now off the renewed shot clock. And a foul called on Congo Madiri.
Well, DR Congo showing the lack of discipline they showed in their first game. And they got a hammering at both ends of the floor, that is, as well. 2 seconds left on the shot clock there. No need to foul the shooter, it was going nowhere. And they suffer for it.
The Central Africans with Deborah Ayene at the line trying to make it a 10-point game again. There'll be 12 seconds for DR Congo to come up with a final shot in the first quarter. Let's see what they've got in these final 12 seconds. Oh, it's a wide open look for three that doesn't go, and a chance maybe to respond for the Central Africans, although they'll have to do it quickly, and they're trapped. And it's backed in at the buzzer. It counts for Futila Makiesa, the steal, and then the finish at the end of the first.
Well, at a risk of sounding a little like an old fogey, poor old Central African Republics, they suffered there, they stood still, they heard a vuvuzela, assuming that was the end of the quarter. It wasn't, and DR Congo banked it in.
And the quarter finished 23-11.
Ton ça passe qu'il y a un panier trop là. Ton ça passe qu'il y a un panier.
Vous pouvez tenir arrêter le jour par la Guigui, que tu es à la Guigui puis à matin.
Le sang la Guigui a obligé de chuter, c'est pas sûr.
Here we go, start of the second quarter. The DR Congo leading by 12 over the Central African Republic, and they start with the ball as well, the leading team. Knocked away and out of bounds. It's still going to be DR Congo ball.
Central African Republic back in their customary zone, which doesn't move an awful lot.
Belinda Natumba is going to inbound from the baseline. Zonganiota back out to Bombolo Bologna, and then fed in by Kapinga Colombo, but easily picked off. There goes Kossi. She'll go to the line for two.
There is a definite art about getting the ball into the low post. And at the moment, DR Congo are somewhat lacking in that particular aspect of the game.
Almost like a lottery, the way they're just throwing it in there. Sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't. They still have that 12-point advantage, though. Kossi hits the second from this strike. Betty Kossi still waiting for her first field goal. A look for three that goes nothing but net from the outside for Bombolo Bologna. By trying to squeeze one up and over, but misses. The Central African Republic just 3 of 21 from the field in that first quarter. Off the side of the backboard for DR Congo that time.
I was about to say there's a lot better patience from DR Congo. The final result was a miss by a long way. Hit the side of the backboard.
Here's Kossi, who was 0 of 4 from the field in that first quarter. Still can't get her first. Offensive rebound, then batted away, recovered. They can run the floor. Bombolo Bologna, support on the far side arriving, and not quite finishing. They get a second bite of the cherry, though. And Kabobo Hwangi will go to the line.
Shame, that was a terrific fast break. She ran the length of the floor, missed the layup, got the rebound, and then got the foul.
Kossi was just going across to the bench to receive a little bit of extra treatment. She had that cut. She was looking down at her arm again.
Yeah, it's a non-dominant hand, I think anyway. There's a bandage on the left hand.
Foul shot's good for Kabobo Hwangi. Lead up to 16. 8.5 to play in the first. In the first half. Bombolo Bologna out to Belinda Natumba and towards Kabobo Hwangi around to the far side. Hwangi again turning towards the baseline and getting wrapped up.
When they're patient, when they do get the ball into that low post, DR Congo gets some success. Even if they don't score, they get a foul. It's just waiting, timing the pass.
Hwangi looking to attack, then it goes high to Mzunganiota, able to turn and able to get contact, and that time it's a shot on the foul, so she'll go to the line.
leading rebounder in the group stage.
And their leading rebounder at last year's FIBA Africa Champions Cup as well. Missed the qualifiers, but returns for the tournament finals.
And some up-court pressure from DR Congo. Is it going to be an 8-second call?
They just get it away in time with the pass, out of the pressure. Kossi still waits for that field goal, but she will have a chance from the stripe to add to just 2 points so far.
She's doing her best to stem any frustration, not yet getting a field goal. I think this is her 5th trip to the line, though. And remember, she's had some time on the bench as well to sort out a little blood injury.
Bombolo Bologna, Kapinga Colombo. Bologna again, shot clock to 8. Quick burst from her. Will try and grab the offensive rebound again, high off the window, won't go, they get one more. And again it's Mazungu Nyota in there, who we were just talking about as a leading rebounder for them, causing all kinds of problems. She's back at the line. Was previously a part of the 2011 squad that competed at these championships. That event also here in Bamako. Outside shot, good for Belonda Nakumba.
All that came from an offensive rebound.
The lead is up to 19 after that 3.
And an illegal screen in the attempted press break.
Central African Republic not happy at all right now. Three-point shot from the far side and a foul on the three-point attempt. Bombolo Bologna will go to the strike for 3. And that's unsportsmanlike, quite clearly. Quite clearly.
What did I say about Betty Kossi being frustrated? The only explanation for that, she just lashed out.
It almost looks as though the Central African Republic have given up on this one, some of their decision-making. Foul shots and possession.
Credit to the referee for spotting that, because I don't think we saw it first time.
Just a couple of free throws. Possession back for DR Congo.
Why wasn't that an unsportsmanlike foul? A three-shot foul. She was in the act of shooting.
I'm not sure. London Natumba, she'll take on the 3. Another offensive rebound. Trapped on the baseline though, trying to find a way out was Kubobo Hwangi. Unable to do so.
Well, I've no doubt part of Coach Kandi's preparation for this was we're gonna pound the boards. That's what they're doing, the DR Congo.
21 the difference now. 6.5 to play in the first half. Kaleni. Chance to attack for a Gegbalet. This is the shot. I don't think that the Central African Republic have scored a field goal in this second quarter yet. Just 3 foul shots to add to the 11 points they had in the first quarter.
Number 7, Colombo, is doing a great job on denying Kossi. There it is again.
Oh, Kossi gets it to fall that time, finally. She's able to get a field goal and a chance to complete a 3-point play.
And a 6th trip to the line.
She split the pair on 3 of those previous trips. This time she hits the 1 to add to the 2. Bombolo Bologna. Positive, aggressive, drive inside from Mazunga Nyota. Kaleni. Gel. She tries to do the same, but not the same outcome. It's still going to be Central African ball.
A lot of guts showing Kossi there. Attempted rebound, going into traffic, taking her, not exactly life in her hands, but it was showed a lot of courage.
Thinking about the long 2, or the pass was Gel, but not taking it. And dishing off to Gombalet, who misses the 3.
Oh, Kossi lashed out again then. Colombo is over her like a rash. Flailing on from Kossi.
Here she is now taking on the long 2, missing. Gombalet off the offensive rebound from Kaleni. High screen set by Gel. Gel fakes the pass then. Wasn't much of an angle to shoot. Gombalet can't get it to bounce. Quick pass down the floor, should be a simple 2, but it doesn't go in. Another offensive rebound, and Bolonda Natumba will have to earn them from the line.
And the only player back for the Central African Republic, the diminutive, Estelle Jambalay.
Natumba making it a 21-point differential, midway point of the second quarter. Gombalet closed out on the perimeter, draws a momentary double team, but little room to operate for Gel, and a turnover. Kapinga Colombo, bounce pass far side, plenty of space. Another missed layup, another rebound. And the Central Africans just cannot take care of their backboard.
DR Congo getting about 3, sometimes 4 second chance offensive, if that's the right expression. If the Central African Republic want to get Betty Kossi any open shots, they've just got to set a screen for her, because at the moment Colombo, number 7 for DR Congo, is denying her a look at the ball, and eventually that is going to lead to frustration, not just from Kossi but from the players who are trying to get the ball to her as well.
Lead at 23 after the foul shots from Kabobo Hwangi.
And Nyota takes a well-earned break. Some great boards from her, number 12 for DR Congo.
The Central African Republic also hitting the foul limit very early in this second quarter. Still almost half of it to play.
Well, the referee's about to inbound the ball, or give the ball to the inbounder, and Kossi had a quick word with it there, saying, just indicating that there was a little bit of shirt pulling going on as well.
Kaleni. Oh, she's stripped to the ball by Bolonda Natumba. And they miss another open layup. And then there's a wrestling match in the paint. That's 3 in this quarter they've missed. To get it over centre court again, and this time they make it count straight away. Ngusa Mafuta. Kicked in on the baseline, back out. Gombalet guarded tightly by Bombolo Bologna, forcing the Central Africans into another turnover. It's two of them completely free. And finishing this time, Balonda Natumba.
And at the other end of the floor, Betty Kossi actually sat down then in frustration. Perhaps she was pushed.
She certainly wasn't in a hurry to get up. Nothing has gone for her yet. And nothing is going for the Central African Republic, who trail by 27.
Il faut que ça repli défensivement et que ça repli après va être toujours dans Kiringoti Iwaragi Esté là. Il faut qu'il kiri ici après. Alors kiri après. Les filles.
Well, in games at this stage of any tournament, playing off for 9 and 12, we normally see close games. We had one terrific game earlier on today, which Guinea got their first win of the tournament. And there's a sad picture, number 4 for the Central African Republic, Ketia Kaleni there. Looks to be in some distress. At the moment, her team are getting a hammering, trailing by 27.
Just to add insult to injury, looks like Kaleni maybe will play no further part. And that was the hard fall from Kaleni. She tried to grab that rebound that we've just seen. Maybe that was the cause of that injury. Kakito Yagba. Nothing going for them at all here in this quarter. The lead continues to grow and grow. And will grow some more here as Kabobo Kwangi puts it in. Kossi let it slip through her fingers.
And again, Colombo, she's having a great, well, 17 minutes of defense. She's been in Kossi's face and the parts of her anatomy the whole time she's been on the floor.
Kossi's rebound. And then a turnover from Kossi. Bombolo Bologna arriving from the far side to put the finishing touch on the fast break. Balonda Natumba. The lead crosses the 30-point mark for the first time.
Little push in the back there to get it free. Well spotted by the official. Well, the Central African Republic have found many ways for things to go wrong. And Kossi goes out, shaking her head, thinking, what hit me?
It's looking very likely that tomorrow we're going to have the Democratic Republic of Congo against Guinea to decide 9th and 10th. And then Tunisia against the Central African Republic to decide 11th and 12th.
Well, the referees disagree whose that call is. We've got a change of opinion. Good to see cooperation between the officials.
Two and a half minutes to play in the first half. 31-point difference. Ayeni. Forced away. Forced to throw it away. Kapinga Colombo.
Colombo can think about her offense now. She's done a great job on defense.
Steps in for the long two. Misses. Rebound Kwangi.
Colombo's got someone else to mark.
Poked away, but out of bounds by Balonda Natumba, who's come up with a few steals in this first half. Derabona Gasset. Goes through everybody. She turns it over. It was right at the end of the shot clock anyway.
Well, I don't think the DR Congo number 10, Ortiz Hyundai there, could quite believe she was going to intercept that pass. She let it go through her hands deliberately.
Too much on the layup from Kapinga Colombo. Gombalet keeps it in bounds.
She's a hustler.
She really is. Turned over though. Kapinga Colombo finishes that one, and the Democratic Republic of Congo hit the half-century mark before the half is through. Gombalet into Ayene. A rare basket for the Central African Republic.
And a nice pass as well from Jean Ballet.
High catch off the entry pass and turnaround finish from Ngusa Mafuta. Final 30 seconds of the first half.
Look out, she's behind you.
Kapinga Colombo picking the pocket of her opponent, not for the first time. There's a few Central Africans who might have to check for their purse at the end as well.
We've got the sad sight of one of the Central African Republic players on a stretcher being taken out of the arena.
Gombalet, corner of the paint, puts it in. Final 5 seconds of the quarter if DR Congo can advance it quickly. Bombolo Bologna from centre court hits somebody behind the backboard.
Yeah, it was Ketia Kaleni being taken out on a stretcher.
1.3 still to play. So there we go, half-time. And DR Congo looks set to play that game for 9th tomorrow. They lead comfortably over the Central African Republic, 54-21. Welcome back to the Palais des Sports, the second game out of 6 on court today. This part of what has become a mini tournament to decide the qualifications, the classifications 9th through 12th. And it looks like DR Congo will be playing for 9th place against Guinea tomorrow. They're comfortably out in front by 33 points as we get ready to start the second half, led by the 8 points of the number 5, Balonda Natumba. They've had 7 apiece as well from Bombolo Bologna and from Bernadette Guyisa. They've shot close to 50% from the field. The Central African Republic limited to just 17%, 6 of 35, and star player Betty Kossi is just 1 of 7 from the field, 5 of her 7 points coming from the foul line.
All credit to Janine Kapinga Colombo, number 7 of DR Congo. The reason why Kossi is only on 7 points is because she has played terrific dinar defense against her opponent's star player.
Kossi, who's averaged around 25 over these championships so far. Start of the second half, 54-21 the score. DR Congo start with the ball. And Benguia Teba in towards Makongo Madiri, knocked away from her though.
That's a rare occasion when they get the ball inside comfortably, but the receiving player couldn't hang on to it.
Here is Kossi. Let's see what she can do in the second half.
Got a different player marking her this time. It's Nyoka.
Banked in by the number 10, Kokito Yagba. She did well to get to the basket, Nyoka, but couldn't finish. Can the Central Africans build some momentum here? No, Gombolet way wide. Quick and high pass that Makongo Madiri couldn't handle again.
Second time she's let the ball slip through her hands.
Kossi to bring the ball down the floor for the Central African Republic. Ayeni stepping back behind the three-point line, being closed out and then moving it on around the perimeter. Gombolet, now Kossi. Kossi, awkward shot, a little off balance, can't finish. She's 1 of 8 now. And a foul that's going to go on Kokito Yagba.
Kossi is forcing it somewhat.
She has been shooting over 50% from the field prior to this game. DR Congo doing a really good defensive job on her. And Benguia Teba turning it over that time for them, though.
There is no understanding between the DR Congo off guards and the centres.
High off the window, won't drop for Kokito Yagbo. And Benguia Teba across to Kapinga Colombo. And she's fouled. Non-shooting foul, so they inbound from the baseline.
Now who's the foul? Was it Kossi? Those two are getting to know each other quite well.
And Benguia Teba for 3. Rebounds Makongo Madiri, rising head and shoulders above everybody else. Collision from her own player there. Gombolet whacked on the back of the head by Gegbolet. Okay to get on with it.
Number 11 of Central African Republic, Estelle Jean-Ballet. At least she's a threat. She threw a lovely fake there. The defense took it hook, line and sinker, but nothing happened after that.
Nyoka. Foul against Ayeni. I think that's the second in a row on her.
She's saying, look, ref, all ball.
Plenty of foul trouble for the Central African Republic. They've got a group of players on 3, nobody yet on 4.
And that's 3-second call, I think.
Against Nagusa Mafuta. Gombalet getting away again, putting the ball on the floor. From the baseline, back towards Kossi. Intercepted before it could reach it. Foot on the line there, though. Kossi. No way of finding a route to the rim for her.
That was better from Kossi, not forcing the shots.
Mambengi Iteba. Nyoka onto Gusa Mafuta. Kossi doing a good job blocking off the opportunity to shoot, and Gusa Mafuta gets a second chance, instead plays it out to the perimeter. And the foul comes with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Gombalet from behind.
So reset to 14, that's a shame for the Central African Republic.
Mambengi Iteba. Congo Madiri to Teba in the corner. Tipped away, it lands fortuitously on the stripe for Ngusa Mafuta to finish.
The Central African Republic have a long time left in this third quarter, and they're on 4 team fouls already, as opposed to 0 by DR Congo.
Foul trouble very early in the second quarter as well. Now battle for this loose ball. Hope not to foul. Change coming with Bernadette Goyisa coming back in. She's got a bandage on that chin now where she had that hard fall.
She's got better hands than Moderi.
Congo Madiri playing the entry pass this time, high into Goyisa. And straight away we see the benefit of having her in the game. Ayeni. Onto Gombalet. Kossi double teamed, great out defense, the steal from the front. And they can run the floor now, 4-on-2. Goyisa has it knocked away. They'll try and recover on the near sides.
That was wonderful awareness on the end of the break.
Nyoka.
An offensive foul.
First foul on DR Congo here in the third quarter. That was the steal from Nyoka on Kossi. And the turnover at the other end. Midway point of the third, it's a 35-point margin here in this classification matchup as we decide the final finishing positions, 9th through 12th.
Stats say that 33 points for DR Congo came from their bench.
Mambengi Iteba off another turnover, looking to drive, nice pass, and Goyisa scores again. Back off the bench and back with a bang. Kossi off balance, forced, but she gets it to 4. There's not been a great deal of joy for Abeti Kossi in this game, but that might just spark her into bigger things here.
And Goyisa has been dumped on her backside. Well, no, she hasn't, because she committed the offensive foul. Or, yeah, she's looking around in amazement.
Great back arch from Kossi. Here she is again. Knocked away from the corner, still going to be Central African ball. Gombalet. Heaving up a three-point shot. Mambengi Tebe first to the rebound. She's got help in the form of Kapinga Colombo. There's a trail as well from Nyoka.
Team fouls hurting Central African Republic yet again.
At the limit already, with still 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third. Nyoka not yet able to punish that foul from the line. Does get the second one. And just about able to cling on to it with Bonga. Kuba Kossi. Rejection of Congo Madiri. High pass to the guarded Nguisa.
If Nguisa is being double teamed, someone else is free.
Kossi with a long two. Still just can't build any momentum. Nguisa. Players arriving. Makongo Madiri is fouled. She might feel she should have done better with that finish though. You can see that band-aid on the chin of Nguisa. He was very tough in taking that hard fall in the first half, quickly got up and got on with it. Kumba looking to attack Nguisa, turned into the double team.
Nguisa is giving her teammates a lesson in how not to foul here. She's looked at the scoreboard, well, she knows the scoreboard anyway, and says, why foul?
Here she is again. Underneath, can't finish that time.
Directing the play from the low post, Nguisa, telling her teammates where to pass the ball. That's WNBA experience for you.
Kumba. Final 3 minutes of the third. Gombalet. Kokita Yagba back out to Gombalet. Kokita Yagba shooting the three, got caught on the closeout. So that should be 3 foul shots for her.
Now, if you disagree with a foul that's called against you, Modri's just in a great example. She didn't think she fouled, but she just tapped the referee and said, good call.
Sarcastic comment perhaps, but
I think it was genuine actually. She was smiling.
Kokita Yagba misses the first. Just 25 points in 27 minutes, the Central African Republic.
We've not got much of a sound base when you shoot off one leg. That's why she only got 1 from 3.
She sticks on 8 points for the game.
Oh, that was so obviously Central African Republic possession, and the bench know it as well. The officials are incandescent. Surely that came off the Democratic Republic knee.
And good to see they get it right in the end.
And good to see the referees just asking the bench to calm down a little bit. Then again, when you're losing by 40 points, you think everything goes against you.
Kita Yagbo, then Gombalet. Shot off the mark. And then Kossi grabbed the rebound.
So the protest was worthwhile.
Kossi at the stripe to try and finally get to double figures.
And her first trip to the line is half.
She makes them both, something she struggled to do in the first half. 11 points for her, leading scorer for the Central African Republic, but some way off her usual 25.
That was no way you're going to get there. Why try to get the ball inside when your intended pass receiver is surrounded?
Gombele. Bonga. Moved on to the far side, the fake of the long two. Dribbled away, still Central African ball.
Tim, I can only assume that the DR Congo players think that Gues is about 7 foot tall. There's no way they can get the ball into her when she's surrounded.
Bolo Bologna, and then the pass dropped by Nyoka. You would expect DR Congo to be strong favourites for that 9th place against Guinea tomorrow, who caused an upset in beating a demotivated and disheartened Tunisia earlier.
And that was without Guinea's captain, wasn't it? The very experienced 39-year-old Perusia. She may be there tomorrow.
I think, in fact, the news is that she's gone home.
She won't be there tomorrow then.
Family issues back in France.
Well, DR Congo have gone a little bit ragged here. A few bad passes, a few pointless dribbles, and I think that's why coach has called a timeout.
They are still well and truly out in front by 34 points. The Democratic Republic of Congo leading the Central African Republic 62-28. Final 2 minutes of the third quarter when we return.
Encore pourquoi? Regarde.
There's that collision between Ngues's chin and the floor. I hope she doesn't need dental treatment.
Tell you what, Roy, there's different parts of the body that hurt, whether you fall as a man or a woman as well, and that's a tough one to take, flat on your front like that.
Yeah, it may be the case that when the blow was on her chin, she may have seen stars for a few seconds.
She's played really tough, getting back up after that and then getting back in the game and giving her team a real focal point of the offense.
Yeah, remember, after a slow start, she got 12 points against Senegal, and that could have been the surprise of the tournament so far. But they lost that one by 7 eventually to the defending champions.
Kossi off the side of the backboard. Bolo Bologna.
Good transition defense.
And then lost by Mazungu Nyota. Approaching the final minute of the third quarter. A look around at the official from Mazungu Nyota, who hit the floor. Back up and back on the ball, finding Nyoka, who hits.
Yeah, lesson there. If you can't get it into your inside players, be a threat. You may get another opportunity to pass it inside.
Kossi to inbound. Yamalet. Stripped to the ball. And then a few fouls.
Bodies everywhere. Not for the first time. And Gersa finds herself on the floor.
Nayeni claiming there was an elbow thrown here.
If you're going to pick an argument on someone, don't pick it on the biggest player on your opponent's team.
Blondin Atumba at the foul line. Misses the first. There would have been a chance for her to hit double figures. She stays on 8. Offensive rebound won't go. And a foul the other way. That's going to be free throws as well. Both teams at the limit now.
It's never good to see clumsy fouls like that when there's a big margin on the scoreboard. Almost 30 points. My apologies, nearly 40 points. And a pointless foul there. What's 75 feet in old money from the hoop?
Just the right time to remind you what's coming up at this tournament. The 4 quarter-finals today. We start with the Ivory Coast against Nigeria. Mozambique then take on Angola. Egypt against the host Mali. And then the final quarter-final, Cameroon against Senegal. There'll be a much better atmosphere. There'll certainly be a higher standard as well. And there'll probably be a lot more motivation. It really is the business end of the tournament now. Gaisa. In fact, it was Mozunga Nyota got hit on that shot.
It's an unsportsmanlike as well. So 2 shots, possession. Sorry, the score counts. 1 shot and possession. Possibility of a 6-point play at the end of the 3rd quarter here. No point in lining up, Kossi.
The ball went in, so that's the 2. The foul on the shot is the and 1. Mozunga Nyota able to hit it, and now because of the unsportsmanlike,
she thinks she's got another one.
instead it's possession.
Oh, nice pass.
And she does get another 2. Mozunga Nyota scoring all 5 points on that play.
With the clock not moving.
40 points the difference, final seconds of the 3rd. Kossi going one way, then the other, trying to find some kind of route to the rim.
Got to fire it up.
And they're not aware. And we finish the 3rd quarter with a 40-point margin. The Democratic Republic of Congo leads 69-29 over the Central African Republic. 1 quarter remaining in the second of 6 games on court here today at the 2017 Women's AfroBasket in Bamako. This part of a classification mini tournament now to decide final placings from 9th down to 12th. And the rest of the day is devoted to the quarter-finals. Central African Republic trailing by 40. Kossi. Six left to shoot here. It's knocked away from Kossi, who was triple teamed that time. Bombolo Bologna. Just taking her time. Fotile Makiesa. Back to Bombolo Bologna.
Good Dinar defense in the low post.
The three-pointer for Bombolo Bologna. That's a third of the game, I think, from downtown. Kumba. Kumba looking to go all the way. Had it knocked away. Still Central African ball.
Seven on the shot clock.
Just 4 now. Kossi, she's aware.
Travel.
There's just been no room to operate, no room to breathe for her in this one. Mazunganiota, entry pass into Fotile Mukiasa, and it's still going to be DR Congo ball. Three in double figures for them now. Mazunganiota, Bernadette Nguisa, and Belonda Natumba. Or I beg your pardon, Bombolo Bologna, the other player.
6 on the shot clock for DR Congo. At last, Central African Republic doing a good job stopping the ball going into that low post.
Belonda Natumba. Nguisa trying to get to the rebound, lets it go out of bounds. She thought it was going to be DR Congo ball, it wasn't. Kossi to Gegbalet. Ayeni. Gegbalet's screen. Kossi calling for it, gets basket side, but couldn't handle it. That sums up her day.
That would have been the pass of the half so far. Great ceiling from Kossi. The pass evaded her.
Nguisa.
Great high and low post play from DR Congo.
Bernadette Nguisa up to 13 points to lead her team in scoring. Ayene. Foul called as she tries to force the pass out of the double team.
Shame, they did a great job trapping her for 4 seconds and then reached in. And we have a timeout.
Timeout call with 7 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the game. And the Democratic Republic of Congo leading by 45 now, 74-29.
At this stage, Tim, I'd like to make an apology to my Twitter followers. There's some wrong information out earlier on. It's not Cameroon versus Nigeria in the first quarter-final. It's Nigeria against the Ivory Coast. I had assumed that the three-way tie was no longer, as Tunisia had been eliminated from the quarter-finals. But then what do I know? So Cameroon, having beaten Tunisia by 15, even though Ivory Coast beat Cameroon by 3, Cameroon still came on top because they had a better points difference in the three-way tie table, if you get my drift.
Maybe some will, but a lot won't, I'm sure. Cameroon, Ivory Coast and Tunisia all finishing 2 and 3. In Group A, Cameroon and the Ivory Coast going through, finishing in the top 4 to the quarterfinals. Tunisia going out because of points differential of games involving those 3 teams only. Tunisia missed out by 5 points in the end. There were tears at the end of their double overtime game on game day 5.
As indeed there were tears after their game today when they lost to Guinea.
Guinea's first win in the competition. You could see how much it meant to them. No chance of Central African Republic getting their first win though, as they turn the ball over off the back of the timeout, trailing by 45. And Tunisia, who on another day might well have been in the quarterfinals, now have to play off with the Central African Republic for last place tomorrow, as that one goes for Futile Makiasa from the outside.
I will say, Tunisia with another table as well. Getting the foul count right, they may have been in the quarterfinals.
Disappointment for them in terms of the calls in the game today as well, towards the end. Foul that will send Mazunga Nyota to the line.
Terrific spin move there from Nyota. And Gerse is going out. To only a mild thank you from the coach.
Gets the high fives on the bench as she takes a seat on a team high 13 points. DR Congo will certainly now win this game, and they will move on to face Guinea for 9th place tomorrow. The margin for the first time is up to 50 in this game. You wouldn't have expected that in a playoff of the bottom 4 teams in the competition for 9th through 12th. Kossi back to Gombolet. Shot clock down to 5 here. There's movement, but maybe not quick enough. Kossi didn't get it away in time. Suffocated today.
She did actually, half a second. She knew. She just threw up what can only be described as a kitchen sink shot, and someone fouled her. That's her forte. She knows how to draw a foul.
So Kossi gets 2 from the line. Looked to me like it was too late.
It's those Richie Zumazalas, or whatever they're called. Vuvuzelas.
There'll be a couple of thousand of them in here for the host Mali in action later, as well as a couple of bands as well. There will be some noise. If you've not heard it yet, do make sure you tune in for that game. The hosts Mali in action in the 3rd quarter-final of the day.
And take precautions with some earplugs.
They'll be taking on Egypt. Mali looking to do what they couldn't back in 2011 in this tournament here in Bamako, when as the hosts they went out at the semi-finals. Looking to go further, try and go all the way.
All the way to Spain, indeed.
The 2 finalists will qualify for the Women's Basketball World Cup in Spain next September. It's the added incentive, apart from the medals. 6 minutes to play. Huge margin in DR Congo's favour. A steal from Mambengi Teba as they look to increase that margin.
Good recognition from Teba as well. She knew the break wasn't quite on. Waiting for the help arrive, and it did arrive.
Futile Makiasa cleans up on the glass. Kossi. Gombolet. And the ball was kicked.
She makes a lot of nice passes, number 11 for Central African Republic, Asel Jambalay. Little wrap-around bounce pass there, kicked. There she is. Good vision.
Knocked away in front of Kossi. Then she gets caught as well as Muzunga Nyota played the forward pass.
The referee should stop it now with a facial injury. Yep. She was surrounded by 3, possibly 4 players. Got a whack in the face.
You'll see it here. Elbow.
Yeah, there was no malice in it. It was Kossi was in the wrong place at the wrong time, really. Now, if you swing your elbows intentionally, then you're in danger of picking up a technical. There was no malice there, no intent to cause contact.
It was hard contact nonetheless, and she's receiving plenty of attention down there.
She's definitely been in the wars in this game. Remember, she started it and had to leave early on to tend to a blood injury. I hope that's not a blood injury now. Yeah, coach doing the right thing. Take her out. Game's gone.
You can't be too careful with that whack to the head as well. 50 points the margin in the Democratic Republic of Congo's favour. Midway point of the final quarter. 1-2 goes for Futila Makiesa. Gap there to attack, and it's packed in by Ayene. Kapinga Colombo, back to Mambengi Teba. 3-point shot will drop in style for Futila Makiesa.
That's a real shame for the Central African Republic. They've actually upped the intensity on defense. Better late than never, one supposes. Perhaps it was,
foul.
Perhaps it was the noise level that rose, that inspired the Central African Republic to greater efforts.
Second foul on Makiesa.
Kossi comes back in, despite that facial injury.
Here she is now. Gombalet. Yagba, Gombalet again. Little fake on the perimeter from her. Finds a teammate. And that goes from mid-range for Mbai.
Nice little assist there from Estelle Jean-Ballet.
Four minutes of the game to play. Oh, couldn't quite recover at centre court, Mambengi Teba.
Well, Teba made the mistake there of just giving up or quitting on the backcourt violation. It's not a backcourt violation if the other team get it. And she paid the price as well, committing the foul.
So Deborah Ayene goes to the line. Looking to move into double figures for the Central Africans, although failing at the first attempt.
You know, I think that interpretation changed about 10 years ago, Tim. If there's a backcourt violation and the other team get it, or if one team takes the ball backcourt and the other team get it, there used to be a stoppage, but then the sensible thing was, okay, let's play on.
And that's what happened there, but it didn't lead to any points in the end. The missed free throws. Turnover at the other end. And we're going to have a timeout with 3.5 minutes to play. The Central African Republic 35, the Democratic Republic of Congo 86.
In a situation where perhaps coach Wilfred John Bongo of the Central African Republic will take Abeti Kossi off. Got another game tomorrow. Okay, they're going to be playing Tunisia for 11th and 12th positions. Why risk your main threat? She's already had 2 situations today. Had a blood injury in the first couple of minutes. She's just had a knock to the face as well. Why put her on the floor? You're going to lose the game. concede it, and live for another day.
The Central African Republic won't have enjoyed seeing the result of the first game on court today, because they would have expected to face Guinea to try and avoid last spot. Now they face Tunisia, so it's going to be a tough ask for them to avoid 12th place.
Yeah, whatever the ins and outs of decisions going against them and the table officials and all the rest of it, it was an inspired performance from Guinea. I don't think, well, I certainly didn't see that one coming.
Guinea winning it 60-56 in the end over Tunisia. 3-point shot goes for Kokito Yagbo. Takes it back to a 50-point margin.
Kossi still out there for the Central African Republic.
Little hesitation off the corner of the paint, and the step inside and the foul.
You're right, Tim. The number 10 for Central African Republic, Hyunde, arrived on the high post, on the foul line really, looked at the hoop and thought, why have I got so much space here? There she is. Read the defense.
Five of 5 from the stripe so far. A perfect 6.
The diminutive Jambalay goes out slowly.
Kokito Yagba. Knocked away from Kossi. Has a pocket picked again. Still DL Congo ball.
Kossi's done really well to limit her frustration.
To the Makiesa, hands it off. Nambengi Teba at Kokito Colombo. Makiesa for 3, got it. It's a couple from downtown for her now. It's a big score for her, 19. There she is on the defensive end, grabbing the missed shot. Final 2 minutes coming up. Kwangie inside again, missing from mid-range, grabs the rebound. Shot disrupted. Third chance opportunity. Mazunga Nyota cleans up on the glass. The century mark in sight for DR Congo. 7 points off, 2 minutes to go. Knocked away from Kuhn, but big chance of hitting the century now as they come down the floor. Nambengi Teba back out, 3-point shot for Tila Makiesa. Knocks down another, a 22-point game for her. Back-to-back threes here down the final stretch.
Well, she declined the layup. The player who made the pass found the 3-point shooter. Maximum on the break.
A fast break 3.
What's the old expression, Tim? Hit the hot hand.
Scorching hot right now in the fourth. Jeanette for Tila Makiesa. And she gets the high fives on the bench. Timeout call, 1 minute 39 to play.
Best laid plans of mice and men, and I'm sure that the Central African Republic coach Wilfried Biongo there thought he was in with a shout at the start of this game, but it all started going wrong when that blood injury of his star player Betty Kossi was spotted by the official, and they never really recovered from that. It was close until then. When she was out, DR Congo started running away with the game, and the Central African Republic could never recover. Look at that, 24 points for Makies.
And 8 rebounds as well. You can see some of her three-point shooting. Leading 4 players in double figures for DR Congo. With her 22, they've had 15 from Mazunga Nyota, 13 from Guyisa, and 10 as well from Bombolo Bologna. Kakito Yakpa, shot clock to the finals, 3 seconds. They get the shot away in time, but it was blocked.
And just as we started the game with DR Congo's number 7, Colombo, marking Kossi, we're going to finish it as well. And Kossi must be thinking, oh, not her again, surely.
Well, we're going to have another timeout with 75 seconds remaining. The margin at 58 in DR Congo's favour.
A smiling coach, Kayonde.
What's the topic of conversation going to be in a timeout like this, Roy, when the margin is 58 and you've got 75 seconds to play?
Well, I'm not sure whether it's a humiliation situation when a team scores 100 against you, but it's definitely not pleasant. So perhaps the Central African Republic coach Gonga, they're just saying, well, let's keep it to double figures, not single figures.
His team looking to avoid what will be one of the biggest defeats of the tournament in a classification place matchup. Again. It's another 3, not this time for Tila Makiesa, but they do get the offensive rebound. And the long 2 drops for Kabodo Hwangi.
Yeah, they want that 100.
She hits double figures as well. 5 of them now. 1 minute to play. Long 2 down the other end, too long. Saved on the baseline, but back to Mambengi Teba, who can drive down the floor. She's got support as well. Far side, Futila Makiesa's 3. They hit the century in style. A 3-point shooting show from her.
Well, she can go to the website and see the highlights of this game, and many of those highlights belong to her.
25 points for the number 4. And they did it with 40 seconds still to spare as Princess Mbai hits at the other end. 61 points the difference. Previous biggest margins have been 66 and 73. A commanding display. Six seconds still to play. We're going to have
a timeout.
Yeah, another timeout. Somebody is not happy about something, and I would imagine it's on the Central African bench. The DR Congo support certainly enjoying this one. Nothing but smiles on their bench. Maybe they'll talk about how they can utilise these final 6 seconds now.
Perhaps they want a season's best, or a lifetime's best even, for Jeanette Makies. Scoreboard reads
25 for her.
5 points, so perhaps that's what this is all about.
Leading 5 in double figures. And the vast majority of those in the second half.
So they have the ball in the front court. Looking for the number 4, perhaps.
19 of her 25 in the second half.
No, they're just going to run it. Well,
the Central African Republic have had a Congolese crushing.
No idea why they call that timeout.
They beat the Central Africans, Democratic Republic of Congo, by 61, 101 to 40. Behind a 19-point second half and a 25-point game and a 3-point shooting show from the number 4, Futila Makiesa.